Hey you guys, it's Sierra. I am back on my channel. It's only been like a week. I hope you guys didn't miss me that much. I mean, there were other videos to watch. So, there's that. But, I just wanted to talk to you all for a little bit about what I've been up to in the past week, 2 weeks, week and a half. An amount of time. Anyway, first of all, I just have my notes over here, just like what I would like to talk about. I don't want to make this a super long video, so I just have like specific categories to talk about, like just to make it more succinct, you know, so it's not like all over the place. So first one is a life update. So essentially, I'm done with childcare. I know I mentioned it a lot, but I am actively looking for a new job. I want to do anything else at this point, to be quite honest, but I really want to do more of like writing, publishing space. So actively looking for doing applications for that. Not getting many hits, or any hits really. And even then, I've been applying for jobs like just in the local area at stores, and I'm just now getting responses like 2.5 months later of being rejected. It's like, really? It took you 2 months to figure out, nah, we don't want you. At Walmart? You know what? Whatever. That's why nobody like y'all asses in the first place, but whatever. But it's just like a struggle to find anything right now because I'm hearing people are getting laid off. Obviously, the job market just sucks in general because there's like scam jobs that are being posted. You have to try to sift out ones that aren't scams. But even then, there are ghost postings too, where companies just put it up there just to show that they have it up there, even though they're not really hiring, and they gave it to their cousin's nephew. Like, there's just so much bullshit out there that it's highly annoying, and it makes it impossible to find a freaking job. And even then, if you do get an interview, some places might have you do multiple interviews. My boyfriend did that for one place. He's an engineer, that different field, but still multiple interviews. Like, he did like 3 interviews and they still didn't give him an offer. I'm like, what the fuck? It's tiring, it's draining, it's highly annoying. But I am like putting my focus into my writing and trying to find something. I do have an interview this week, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's just like my quick little update of life because it's been a struggle. Also just been a struggle mentally too, just like drained, tired, numb, just over it, especially with literally just this politics in general too, just everything going on. I'm drained, I'm tired, I'm annoyed. I'm just over everything, and I'm over everyone. As part of the 92%, I'm just over it. Like, I just need everyone to learn how to just shut up and leave me alone at this point. It's ridiculous. Plus the DEI rollbacks and all this stuff. Everyone's finally like trying to find companies that didn't do the rollbacks to support. And half the stores, I'm like, I don't even go to your stores anyway. Like, also, I'm broke, so I ain't got no money to be shopping at your store anyway, first of all. But all right, my writing journey. So far, it's been good. I mentioned it before. I keep mentioning it. I feel like talking about my writing journey and talking about my books is very daunting. And it's like, you have to mention it because you had to like market yourself. You gotta market yourself. You gotta market your book. You know, share your journey, try to, find your tribe, find your group, find your readers, and all this stuff. It's a lot of work. And I feel like me talking about it so much, I feel like sometimes I just think to myself, do you ever shut up about it? But I feel like I have to talk about my book at some point. At least twice a month, something about it, I guess. So, writing update. Finished the first draft, sent it off to beta readers, so I should be getting those back sometime in March, maybe a little bit in like April, just to like give people some time because, life be life and there is no stopping that. So that's out there. I am currently working on the second story in the, it's not even necessarily a series. It's like, it's gonna be like a standalone series. I think that's the term. I'll have to do my research all over again. But anyway, it's just in the same universe. So this one is the main character from the last story. So Dahlia's best friend, Zofria, and her journey with dating and stuff like that. Specifically, a specific friend that's in the group. I don't want to give it away, even though obviously I'll talk about it more in detail. But it's been pretty good so far. I have like about like 7,000 words already, and I've only been writing for like a week. That's already like a lot. Okay, like I started a what's the thing called, a spreadsheet. I started on the 13th. Actually, I started writing on the 13th. In my first session, I had over 2,000 words. Like literally, I don't know what it is, but with this story, I just got immediately pulled in. It's like literally writing the first story, it took me forever to figure out what I wanted the story to convey and what the characters look like. I just had such a struggle with trying to really like bring the characters to life. For this one, for Zofria, she feels very much like a friend for someone I would have known in school, and I just made her up out of nowhere. Like there's nothing that was like, oh, I want these characteristics in this character. Nothing like that. I just completely made her up. It feels like she's like a physical person that's sitting next to me, and she just like pulled me, was like, come on, you're coming with me. You're diving into my world. Because as soon as I started writing, I got to pretty much know her from her. Like she was like, I'm gonna tell you everything about me right here, right now. Like I already knew that in the story, because I had mentioned in the first one that she has a history. So I'm just gonna give that information, but she has a history, a dating history. She has like a little black book, you know. She gets around, but she doesn't ever hook up with the same person twice. They're just one and done hookups. She stays tested, you know, she stays clean, all that good stuff. But she does have a book so you can keep her contacts in there. So like if she does meet somebody out and it's been like a week or so, then she can go back to the book because she knows she didn't hook up with them yet. She just met them. So it's not like the same night type of thing. She'll have people from like a year or two ago. But the thing is, everyone is still like somewhat obsessed with her. Like she just has like that aura and that energy that people gravitate towards. And she dates men and women. So everyone just falls in love with her, and she'll pick who she wants to be with for the night. And the thing is, the other people that she has had interactions with, they know her rules. Like it's nothing like where they feel like, oh my gosh, she's such a bitch, she's being shady, she's not answering my calls. Like no, they know that it's a one-time thing, and they're lucky if they get one time. That type of thing. Like she's very much like, she has that aura of herself of just like a confident sexual being, but she knows her worth, she knows what she's wanting, and she's able to communicate that. She is a very good communicator. However, she does struggle a little bit with just like her trying to figure out her own life, because unlike her friends like Dahlia, Leo, his two friends, and Dahlia's ex-boyfriend, they all come from money. So these people are like, they're rich as hell. Zofria is not rich, so she's had to work really hard for everything that she has in her life. But I think that's what makes her like so charismatic and so magnetic to people, because she has had to work her ass off to get the things that she wants, and she's able to channel what needs to be done, what her goals are, and how to get it. Like she is very much like very straightforward, focused, motivated to do what needs to be done and get what she wants, because she's had to. She's one of like 5 kids. Like I figured that out. Like I didn't know if she was gonna have like siblings or anything like that, but she literally was just like, yeah, I'm like one of 5 kids. Was it 5? Yeah, one of 5. She's the only girl. Like literally, there's certain details about her that I had no idea about. I just started writing. Like chapter 1, it came out like this. Like it was just, everything was just flying out of me when it comes to her as a character and her interactions. Like, I'm just gonna give a spoiler. because I'm loving it so far. But this is just a quick spoiler. Like, one of the guys that she hooks up with in the first 2 chapters, it was like very much like she had just met him like a few days prior, and she actually decides to hook up with him. And as she's coming out of the room, he's on the phone with his girlfriends, and she's like, so why didn't you tell me you had a girlfriend? And he's like, oh, I thought you were just gonna hook up with me anyway. She's like, no, I don't do that. I only hook up with single people. Like, I don't do the I'll sleep with you even though you got a girlfriend. She's like, I don't do that. She's like, I'm not messy like that. So Zofria is very much, she has her morals and she has her beliefs. And even though she does obviously have a lot of intimacy with people, but she's very strict with who she lets in. And she keeps herself tested. She makes sure she's communicating the people she slept with, the people she hasn't slept with, and what her expectations are, what her needs are, what her wants are, what she has in mind for this connection. She's able to communicate that. And so for people who literally are looking for like a quick hookup to cheat on their significant other, she's not that person. She don't rock with that. So immediately she's like, you can get out of my house because I don't do that. So far, I'm loving her. Her interactions with everyone is very interesting, especially with one of her brothers. Her other brothers don't live in the area with her, but her one brother, it's very interesting just like writing their dynamic together, because they're close in a sense, but they're not close. They're just enough to where it's like, yeah, this is my brother. If he needed something, I'll help him, but we're not cool like that. Like, we're not like best friends. Like, for any of you guys who have like any family or siblings where you're just like, yeah, we're cool, you know, they're my sibling, I love them, but we also not like that either. Where it's just like, there's certain things about you that I don't like. I respect you, but also I don't rock with you like that. That's for this one. I'm going to try to do a challenge with this one actually in another video to get more of a ball rolling, just to get the words out more and more, because I want to get through these stories in this world before I get to my other books. So yeah, once this one is done, I will be writing, I don't know if I would want to be writing the surprise character story first or the dad story. I might write the surprise character story first, because I feel like with Dahlia's dad story, I want more input on just dating within your 50s. So I need to do research with that. So, and like reaching out to people and connecting and see what dating is like in your 50s, especially for those who have experienced loss in their life as well. So that's probably gonna be the last one that I do. But every story falls after the 2 years of Leo and Dahlia. So at the end of Leo and Dahlia, when it's the 2 years later in the epilogue, that's where everyone else's stories pick up. So it doesn't really matter who goes first, because everyone is dealing with something within that 2 year mark. So yeah, that's it for the writing updates then. Also, I have been applying for writing contests, or at least trying to apply for writing contests. I did one already. The other ones aren't open yet. They don't open till like next month, I think, because their deadlines are in like May. So I think they're opening soon-ish. I'll have to double check. But yeah, just applying for writing contests and trying to figure out which ones I want to apply to, because, you know, being broke, I'm not going to pay for any contest. That's just not going to happen. So I need to find free writing contests. I've done a lot of research. I've created a little bit of a list of a few of them that I've found. I know there's going to be a lot more that pop up sooner, like in the next few months, that'll probably come out. But yeah, I have a list so far, and just trying to figure out what story is going to be used for those contests, because some might need short stories, some might actually just be like full-on manuscript, and I'll probably just use one, depending on whenever the stories are done. Trying to figure that out, of using either one of those. And then for like the short story ones, actually writing short stories, because I haven't written a short story in over like 10 years. So I started one and I'm almost done with it, because I think the deadline is not till like March, so I have some time to finish it. Or even then, if I don't use it, I can always use it for a different writing contest. So there's that. I've been doing that, just taking more risks and sharing my writing, because I mean, that's the whole point of a writer. You have to like share your work if you're gonna be an actual writer. And not an actual writer, I don't mean to say like in a like to be an actual writer you need to share your work, but like to be an author like to be an author you have to share your work essentially. And regardless if that work is published or not, to be an author you have to share your work. So just working on that side of things and becoming more confident in like my writing abilities and just trying different things, you know. Yeah, doing all this while not drinking that much water because I've been highly distracted, but that's just my fault. Like I'll drink water like at 2 o'clock and I'll be like, oh snap, it's 2 o'clock, I gotta drink all my water. And then it'd be like from 2 to 5 I would chug like my big purple water bottle. I just drink like one big thing of that. I know it's not enough, but still. Anyway, it hydrates me enough. I've mentioned this before in one of my videos, but I have a Substack. So not only am I just writing my stories, I'm also just writing fun articles and stuff over on my Substack. I will put the link in the description box. But yeah, I've been writing on there. I've been getting a lot of inspiration, which is another reason why I haven't been posting on here, because I've been doing a lot of writing. I haven't really felt like talking to a camera. And even then, I just been like, I don't even feel like talking to myself. Like, I just haven't been in the mood to, which happens. But I've been doing a lot of writing on there. I've done articles on, I did one called like the Failing Black Girl. So like certain movies or shows that I haven't seen before within our Black community that I just haven't seen, I've heard of, but I just never cared to watch, or maybe just never cared to see, type of thing. So I watching them. So like I watch Waiting to Exhale. Also, granted, a lot of these movies came out when I was born, so this is like the time to watch them anyway, going into like your 30s, 20s. This is like really the height of watching a lot of that material, because that's literally the age group that it was geared towards when I was born, like my mom pretty much. So it wasn't really geared towards me when I was 8 years old to watch Waiting to Exhale. Like, it just makes sense. So I watched that one. I did an article on that. I have been watching all of Living Single on Hulu. I've been watching it for like a good month now. There's a lot of episodes. I didn't realize there were so many episodes each season. It's like 20-something episodes. But I digress. But I did an article on that one. I did one on how Stella got her groove back, and just doing different articles, just having fun. I just love writing on there, and I've grown on there since the beginning. Like at first I had about like maybe like 8 subscribers, and I was like, I'm feeling good. 8 people, you know, want to read my stuff, including my mom. My mom and my grandma, my biggest supporters on there. And I put it on threads of like, oh my god, like I'm loving my threads. I got my first paycheck. So yeah, I got my first paycheck on there. So thanks to my family for that. Love you. You're a real one. Thank you for supporting my writing by giving me money, because I need it. But I put it on there on threads. I got my first paycheck, and literally the post just like skyrocketed. Like, it's just, I didn't expect anyone to really like see it or like it or anything like that, but it literally went nuts. Like, my phone was going off at least 5 times a day of like just either like a congratulations, or like somebody wanting to know what Substack is, or being like, oh, I'm gonna go check it out. They're like, post your link. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, you know, I'm still a little bit shy. Like, I'll put my word out there, like what I'm doing and what I'm working on. But then people are like, nah, put your link out. Like, come on, we want to see it. So then I put my link in there, and literally, y'all, I'm at like 80 subscribers. 80 people, 80 people are on my newsletter. That's a lot of people. I'm grateful. I'm extremely grateful. And I've been seeing their content too as well. So I'm really just I've just been trying to prioritize reading other people's articles too. So not just like consuming YouTube and just listening to my same music, because your girl loves listening to music, but I also don't like branching out to find new artists. Like, I just don't feel like doing that work. So I just listen to like the same artist on repeat or the same song on repeat. So I've been actively trying to, like, you know, read other people's articles, leave input, and just connect, because, you know, your girl's a little shy. It may not seem like it on this channel, but I can be a little bit reserved, especially if it's like something new that I don't really know who to connect with. And it's like, I love seeing everybody creating amazing stuff. Like, I'm like a kid in a candy store. Like, I just stare in awe at everyone's work, but I just don't know how to be like, hi, my name is Sierra, I also do writing, like, let's connect. Like, I don't know how to do that yet. Like, that's something that I'm like dipping my toes into and like navigating on that side of the journey pretty much. But yeah, I've been writing a lot on there. So like, if you're interested in checking out my Substack, I'll put the link in the description box. Yeah, and if you like my work, if you want to financially support me, that'll be great too. Thanks, bye. YouTube updates. This one's gonna be a quick one. I made another YouTube channel. I'm nuts. I know I'm nuts. I know I'm crazy. I've loved growing this channel and getting my subscribers and the people that normally comment on my channel and, you know, tell me that they like my content, which is, oh my God, you're gonna make me have a big head, because that's something I don't hear. My editing skills aren't terrible. Maybe I'm actually funny to people. Maybe I'm actually entertaining. Wow, oh my God, people actually kind of like me. This is a shocker. But yeah, I made a separate YouTube channel. So if you like more of my writing journey, and if you're writing and you just want to chit chat about our books and stuff like that, you can follow my other channel. I'll add that in the description box below, or add it as you know, whatever. I'll put it somewhere. Yeah. So that one's gonna be more of my writing. This channel, I still want to do books, but I want to branch out, because I love watching K-dramas. I love watching TV. I love watching movies. I love listening to music. So I feel like I want to do more of that. So like, kind of like the stuff on Substack that I do. So like, I want to actually talk about waiting to exhale on here. Like, I feel like I really want to do a video on it, and it be like completely separate from my article, from what I talked about there. And this side in the video be more like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. But like, I love psychology. I love movies. I love TV shows. I love music. I love books. Just trying to meld them together. Probably like talk about more like the psychological side of the shows that I watch. Maybe try to like analyze the characters too, type of thing, and share them with each other, or, you know, drop them in like the comments and be like, oh my God, like, you know, did you watch a new episode? What's your intake on it, type of thing. Because I love me some messy reality TV, specifically some specific messy reality TV. I don't watch all of it. Like, I don't watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's what my aunt watches. I don't watch The Bachelor. I'm never gonna watch The Bachelor, so you're not gonna be able to try to get me on that train. I do watch Love is Blind, but I'm not watching this new season anymore. I got to episode like 5 and I'm done. It's so boring. It's so bland. I'm just watching reaction videos. But if you ever want me to give my input from previous seasons, I'll gladly do that. But I am watching Married at First Sight. I've missed so many seasons. So if you're down to watch even old seasons, I would love to talk about characters if I, you know, pick up like on seasons that I should have watched. Like season 12, I think it was season 12, where people were talking about Chris, some guy named Chris, and how he was treating his wife Paige. Like, I keep hearing it briefly mentioned of how Chris acted, and I'm like, I missed this. a lot of those seasons came out when I was in college, so I just wasn't watching TV because the only TV we had was in like our common room, and everybody was watching TV and they were watching The fucking Bachelor. Like, no one wants to watch that. Maybe I should have said that, not that nobody wants to watch that. I didn't want to watch it. I was watching K-dramas at the time. So, yeah. And you were talking about K-dramas too. Because some of the K-dramas I watch aren't extremely popular, but they're interesting to talk about. And I feel like there's a lot of things that people don't mention when it comes to certain K-dramas where I'm like, did you not notice that? Like, it was a little bit out of pocket. Like, how certain characters act and how things really just go down between them. Like, I want to talk about Itaewon Class. Like, that's one of my favorite K-dramas. It came out like 2 years ago. But still, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. Welcome to Samdari. That one's another good one. Solomon's Perjury. I don't think anyone has seen that K-drama, but I want to talk about that one too because that one was wild. So yeah, I just have like some different plans for this channel going forward, and yeah, just branching out a little bit more. So if you're interested in any of that, go ahead and drop the camera emoji. There you go. Put a camera emoji if you're interested in watching me talk about like books, TV shows, movies, type of thing. Like a little bit more of like more broadening the scope of what I talk about, because I go through reading slumps. Like literally all of February I wasn't really reading. I wasn't reading like that. I was writing so much. Like, I'm not kidding y'all. I was writing so much. So whenever I get into a slump like that, I'm either watching TV, listening to music, writing, or playing Sims, or all of them, that type of thing. So anyway, that's it for this video. If you like this video, be sure to like it, comment, subscribe, do anything that you'd like to do to the channel. If you're interested in following me on my AuthorTube channel, so if you're writing a book or if you're interested in writing a book, I will be doing videos on there too. And I know I can't like repost videos from here to there of the writing stuff I did, but I'll find like different ideas. Until next time, stay magical. Love you. Bye.